Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to the Pipe Report. So I want to do a really quick video regarding the Las Vegas shooting and what the response should be. Now, I'm not going to go over exactly what happened because I'm sure most of you already know what happened. You probably read about it. What I want to talk about briefly is the appropriate response. What type of response should the media portray when things like this happen? And here's the truth of the matter. That is that the more the media sensationalizes attacks like these, the more often they are going to happen. People, that is, fruitcakes and nut jobs and just crazy lunatics, they see their path to infamy. They see it in front of them. Think about it. Their face will be known worldwide if they do something like this, because they know that everyone in the media will portray them. The president will tweet about them, or maybe even speak about them. They will be known the world over, and in their minds, that's all that matters. This isn't just me thinking this. Here is a quote from a German psychiatrist, Dr. Park Dietz. Now, he said this 8 years ago, and 8 years ago, there's a lot of shootings in Germany at the time. So here's what he said, quote, "We've had 20 years of mass murders, throughout which I have repeatedly told CNN and our other media, if you don't want to propagate more mass murders, don't start the story with sirens blaring," he said. "Don't have photographs of the killer. Don't make this 24/7 coverage. Do everything you can not to make the body count the lead story. Not to make the killer some kind of anti-hero. Do localize the story to the affected community and make it as boring as possible in every other market. Because every time we have intense saturation coverage of a mass murder, we expect to see one or two more within a week." Now, that was 8 years ago he said that. 8 years ago. And I think we see this today. Now, I understand that this is the worst mass shooting in history of America, so it is going to get news. I understand that I'm also speaking about it on my channel as well, and I've watched a video on Stefan Molyneux doing it too. Mostly, though, even though Stefan Molyneux's channel is pretty big, it's still nothing compared to the corporate media. My channel's nowhere near Stefan Molyneux's, so that should give you an idea of how big my channel is. So I'm not saying it's okay for us to do it. But the difference, the influence that the corporate media has is a lot more robust compared to what I have, or what Stefan Molyneux has, or what Styx has, things of that nature. So that is important to note, but this is true. I mean, this all comes down to that premise that the more you sensationalize an event, the more those that are relative to this guy, this shooter here, the more incentive they have, because they want to be known. They may be dead, but their image and their story will become legend. It will live on for eternity. Everyone's going to remember this guy who killed 58 people so far and wounded 200 others. Everyone is going to remember him. He will live in infamy for the rest of his life, but he will still be remembered by those, for good or bad. He is still remembered. And that is why this is so dangerous. And this Dr. Dietz, what he said is very relative to this situation. They need to make it boring. They need to just get basic news out, and that's it. Don't constantly show the killer's face. Don't discuss, which they're doing it a lot now, don't discuss the president's tweet, what the president said about this. Whether Trump's tweeting this is bad or saying this is bad is irrelevant. It really is. You don't need to dissect it. You don't need to try to determine whether Trump did the right thing by tweeting it or by actually speaking about it. Just don't talk about it. Say what you need to say, get the news across, make it boring, that's it. Stop sensationalizing these horrific events, and you will see them decrease. And I'm done.